field. They're out on the field at the very surprising time of 9 minutes before 8 o'clock. The reason is not a sinister one, it is a superb one. So many people want to see this game. So many people want to see this game that the kick-off has been delayed on police instructions. The big roar was for the Wigan team walking out. Very quickly, I shall give you the Saints team, which at the moment are involved in a loosening up huddle. Number 1, Phil Vevers. Number 2, Barry Ledger. Number 3, the Carlisle record breaker, Paul Laughlin. Number 4, Steve Halliwell. 5, Kevin McCormick. 6, Brett Clark. 7, Neil Holding. 8, Paul Forber. 9, Dave Harrison. 10, a debut for this giant Australian, Pat Jarvis. 11, Andy Platt. 12, Roy Haggerty. 13, Chris Arkwright. 2 subs at tonight's. Number 14, Sean Allen. Number 15, Paul Round. The Wigan lineup. Number 1, Steve Hampson. 2, Dean Bell. 3, Stevenson. 4, Lydon. 5, Gill. 6, Hanley. 7, Edwards. 8, West. 9, Martin Dermott. 10, Brian Case. 11, Rob Lowe. 12, Ian Potter. Loose forward, Andy Goodway. Wigan's 2 substitutes tonight, Ford and Roberts. Tremendous atmosphere here tonight at Central Park. There always is, of course, when Saints are the visitors. Absolute crescendo of cheering as Neil Holding is about to kick off for the Saints. The ball goes deep into the Wigan 25. And we have a kicking duel here. Ball reaches halfway. We have play on. Well, that kicking duel paying big dividends for Wigan. The tackling tonight's going to be hard and tough. No quarter given. Chris Arkwright. Arkwright to Paul Forber, wide to Steve Halliwell. Halliwell to McCormick. Tackles flying in there. Dave Harrison, acting halfback. Brett Clark, the playmaker. Big Jarvis. Tremendously strong, this Australian prop. And tonight's referee, Mr. Allett, gives the first penalty of the proceedings. Holding down in the tackle. And it's Paul Laughlin to attempt the first shot at goal. Paul Laughlin currently on the absolute monstrous total of 51 goals. A deathly hush from the extremely sizable St Helens contingent. The Wiganers are booing like nobody's business. Absolutely deafening. Gives it a mighty belt. Just to the left of the post. Saints reform for the 25 drop. Saints bring it forward now. The Wigan defence closing. First tackle goes in. Referee Allett watching closely. Dave Harrison as ever. Harrison, Paul Forber. Paul Forber beats 1, beats 2. Held by a desperate tackle there. Referee Allett once again penalises Wigan for laying down in the tackle. Paul Forber looks reasonably pleased with himself, as he should be. Paul Laughlin to hopefully find touch, which he does. Now, what have the Saints up their sleeve for tonight's game? Here he is, Big Jarvis. First man in. Swapped the Australian Saints for the English Saints, of course. Bad play of the ball. Dave Harrison tidies it up. Arkwright takes them on. Well, the Wigan tacklers up very quickly. Neil Holding. Holding to number 11, Andy Platt. Snaffled there by a combination of Edwards and Hanley. Brett Clark. Inside Clark again. Arkwright. Barber. Can't quite get his pass away. Wigan come away with it now. Tremendous roar. Hanley pushes them away. Hanley. Very much an individual player. Ellery Hanley with the ball. Dynamite, of course. Allett, the referee, pointing. Make sure the Saints players do not infringe the offside law. Sure enough, in the opinion of referee Allett, the Saints had taken that extra step forward. Wigan run it. It's the big number 8, Graham West. Roy Haggerty with intent there. Dermott. Edwards. Goodway looking to find Henderson Gill. This is Rob Lowe. You'll find this quite a change from rugby union, I don't doubt, although the South African rugby union is very, very tough indeed. Kick picked up there by McCormick. Hanley makes sure. Kevin McCormick. Dave Harrison, Neil Holding. Jarvis loses it. Wigan win, crucial ball. That's Dean Bell. Saints tacklers making sure. Referee Allett wipes the slate clean. Ellery Hanley, he's out of the game, he's past it. Edwards. Saints line up very quickly. Andy Goodway. Looked very impressive so far, Andy Goodway. Nearly ran the ball out there. Wigan obviously with a set piece move. That's the Wigan right winger, Dean Bell. Referee Allett pointing once again. Will he penalise this time? Number 10, Brian Case. St Helens born and bred, of course. Father played for Saints. This will be Dermott for Wigan. Edwards. Edwards with a rather strange chip kick, which goes nowhere. Saints get the ball, look to drive it forward now in the shape of Paul Forber. Much improved forward, Paul Forber these days. Jarvis offloads. Saints come away with it. Laughlin. There's a line out for the Saints here. Still going, Neil Holding. Brett Clark. Jarvis again. Jarvis to Roy Haggerty, running wide. Haggerty inside to Halliwell. The ball goes to ground. Well, a golden opportunity there for the Saints. Roy Haggerty causing damage as he normally does as a centre. Might have a number 12 shirt on, but that's where he does the damage. Wigan offload the play, rather scrappy at the moment. Chris Arkwright in. Suspicion of a forward pass there. And Mr. Allett on the spot, to the relief of the Saints supporters. And it would not surprise me this evening if the gates have been locked. It is a monstrous crowd, a huge crowd here at Central Park. Neil Holding. Referee Allett not satisfied. Edwards. Edwards to Hanley, the danger man for Wigan. Needs to be knocked down. First time. Saints defenders more than up to it there. It's the big number 11, Rob Lowe. Big Springbok. Second row forward. Henderson Gill. Always capable of extra yardage, this fella. Edwards. Edwards to Hanley. Hanley offloads. We can have a break here. It's a 2-1. Can they make the most of the overlap? Inside to Hanley. Hanley dummies. Oh, what a great tackle. Offloads the ball. The linesman's got his flag up. Well, controversy there. The linesman's flag went up straight away. Dean Bell. It looked quite clearly, though, from here that Bell had, in fact, put at least a foot in touch, and straight away with a substitution. Straight away with a substitution. Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe is being replaced by Roberts. Well, probably because there's no line-outs in this game. Saints have the feed. And Neil Holding comes away with it, but Mr. Allett shows a bit of consistency by penalising the home team. All credit to him. Rob Lowe, not exactly on a high. Trudges disconsolately off, whether it's an injury or not, or even tactical, we don't know. Paul Forber, first man in for Saints. A tendency to go sideways, Paul. Dave Harrison, Arkwright takes them on. It's a very stiff challenge from Roberts. Roy Haggerty. Haggerty offloads, Platt. Dave Harrison, as ever, in support. Bit of an off-the-ball incident there with the Wigan 15, the substitute Roberts. Meanwhile, Arkwright for the Saints. Clark holding, a little chip kick through. Well, our summariser for this first half, inevitably, Ron Hoof. Well, Ron.
Yes, Alex, good game so far. Both sides hardly getting out to the 25-yard areas, you know, but most of the game being played in the middle of 50 yards, apart from that break by Wigan just. Good break, as I said, nearly resulted in a score for Wigan, but good Saints tackling saved the day.
Yes, Dean Bell was indeed very, very close to scoring. Hanley's break. Wigan come away with it. Here's Hanley. Vivers has him and Clark. He offloads. Wigan have a definite overlap here. Now, this fella Dean Bell, the cover's here. What a superb tackle by Brett Clark. Superb tackle. Australian skills. Absolutely superb. Now, whether it's just because it was a Kiwi on the other end of it, maybe that had something to do with it, but even so, tremendous tackling. Saints have the put in now. Ball pops out on the Wigan side. Dean Bell comes inside. Clark once again with the assistance of Arkwright. Hanley offloads. Edwards. Andy Platt coming in for the Saints. Edwards, Goodway, running wide once again, not able to get the ball out. Jarvis, and Jarvis's tackle is penalised by the referee. Now this is a clear chance for Wigan to go ahead in this game. Henderson Gill to try and open Wigan's account. Very distinctive kicking style. Has kicked goals at Wembley for Wigan. Not exactly new for him. Well, there's a fumble on the line there. Neil Holding to restart for the Saints. And I'm sure Well, referee Allett judging there that there was a knock-on. Indeed, just as well. The dropout from Neil Holding lacked the height to go 10 yards. Meanwhile, Neil makes amends and comes away with the ball. Phil Beavers, Chris Arkwright, one of the potential match winners. The Wigan tackles in number. Dave Harrison acting half-back. Once again, 2-3 Wigan tacklers at this early stage. Difficulty in playing the ball here. So many tacklers on the floor. So what do you do? Paul Forbert trying to make some ground for the Saints. Referee Allett points, but doesn't penalise. Arkwright. That's all right for the Saints. Roy Haggerty. There's nobody there, Roy. Barry Ledger picks up. Tries to make the most of a bad job. Well, Saints had a small overlap there. Neil Holding will try to really kick for territory. Dean Bell will try to break this first line. McCormick tackles well, but Bell gets the ball out. 3 Saints tackles go crashing in. Andy Platt in particular. Graham West, first man in, gets the treatment. Referee Allett screams at the Saints tacklers to get away. Roberts, another big Wigan forward. Edwards to Hanley. Can Hanley weave some magic? Not this time. Excellent tackle by Paul Laughlin. Well, for the second time, referee Allett penalises the Saints on that side, the far side of the field, far offside. And that's valuable yardage for Wigan. Henderson Gill, an unlikely first man in. Gets a bit of treatment from Andy Platt. Ellery Hanley, there's danger when Hanley gets the ball. There's not in a situation like that where he gets rid. That's what Saints will be hoping. Edwards looking for the break. No way through there. Dermot, a long ball to Graham West. Phil Beavers retrieves for the Saints. West rather ambitious, though. You could see what he's trying to do quite clearly. Saints trying to get out to the 25 now. Leiden, the tackler, Dave Harrison. Ball forward, drops it. Wigan gain possession. This could be costly. Saints will have to tighten up, especially in their own 25. Henderson Gill. Well, there's always a sigh of relief when Henderson Gill is stopped in his tracks. Wigan take it right. What a good tackle that was by Neil Holding. Refused point blank to buy the dummy. Sean Edwards, very prominent early on. Andy Goodway stopped in his tracks. Dermot to Sean Edwards again, looking for the break. There's no way through again. No way through again. Especially past the likes of Dave Harrison. Rarely misses a tackle, this fella. Leiden hoists a bomb, I suppose you'd call it. Lots of jostling, the ball goes loose. In the end, the Saints player tackled in goal. More Wigan pressure. Let's see if Neil Holding can hoist this one a bit more. He does, a bit better. Wigan working their way down the left. That's Ian Potter. Brian Case. Held by Haggerty. And Barry Ledger. Dermot works the blind side. Phil Beavers with an important tackle, this one. Barry Ledger completes it. They're going to have to watch Henderson Gill here. Gill well spotted, he needs to be. And further. Edwards. Once again, the Saints tackling tremendous. Paul Forber that time. Edwards out to Hanley. Here's the danger man. Hanley with a little chip kick through, reminiscent of his Bradford days. Saints clear it. Well, it's the siege of Mafeking here at Central Park. The Saints tackling so far has held out with honours. Very deep kick to Wigan fullback Hampson. Henderson Gill seeing a lot of the ball so far. Trying to slip his way through. Hanley, another danger man. Once again, great tackling by these St Helens forwards. That's Pat Jarvis getting his first taste of English Rugby League. What could be bigger? Roberts. Roberts makes half the break. Just couldn't quite get Graham West through. Sean Edwards. Sean Edwards to Hanley. Now, Steve Halliwell retrieves it for the Saints. Brett Clark acting halfback. Jarvis again, eager for work. Offloads very well. Chris Arkwright. Holding. Laughlin to Barry Ledger. Barry Ledger to Holding. Holding. Well tackled by Brian Case. Saints have possession at last. Dave Harrison, Brett Clark. Wigan defence up very quickly. Phil Beavers. Paul Forber. Brett Clark. Good ball by Clark. Saints have the numbers here. Platt. Roy Haggerty offloads to Paul Laughlin, who can't quite get his pass away. Promising stuff from the Saints. Brett Clark. Brett Clark. Nippy, elusive. The pass is a poor one. Henderson Gill has possession. In the meanwhile, referee Allett has given the penalty to St Helens. Well, Ron, I didn't quite see what that offence was for, did you?
Well, what a game, Alex. As you say, end-to-end stuff, both sides pressing. Yes, Wigan players impeding Clark there at the attempted play the ball wasn't done for offside anyway, and penalty kick attempt for Paul Laughlin. As I said, 20 minutes gone. What a cup tie, eh? Massive crowd here. They haven't actually give the crowd figures out, but what a crowd. Tremendous cup tie, well worthy of a final. Anyway, chances to get our first points on the board. Both sides missing a penalty each. Paul Laughlin lining up, already kicked 51 this season, having a tremendous few games. Anyway, there he goes, lines up, and he takes it to the right of the post, and he's missed it.
Well, Saints have got to make the most of every opportunity in this game. I think Paul Laughlin, to say the least, will be rather disappointed with that one. Wigan restart. Phil Beavers charges after it, picks up, and drives forward into the first line. Beats the line! Where's the support? Where's the support? Great rugby from the Saints. Platty takes it on. Plays rugby union in the end. Wigan now coming away with it. Kevin McCormack in rather robustly. Here's Roberts now for Wigan. The tackles come in thick and fast. Well, absolutely end-to-end this. Graham West, can he stand the pace of this? Especially when he gets the likes of 3 players doing that to him. Not the youngest of props. Sean Edwards. Neil Holding plays soccer. And claiming that he didn't get a touch. I don't think he got a touch, but I'm biased. Unfortunately, the referee's the man in charge. Edwards Fees tried to work the blind. Harkwright snaffles him. He gets it away, though. Dean Bell. Dean Bell meets Jarvis. Meets Jarvis and McCormick. Ellery Hanley, are we going to see one of these elusive runs? The ball goes along the line. Well, Wigan keep it alive in the form of Graham West. West offloads to Potter. Potter himself is snaffled by 3 tacklers. Once again, the kick for touch. It looks a good one. Oh, tremendous. Tremendous kick. The score here still 0-0. Once again, Wigan pressing. Not an unusual sight in this first quarter of the match. Neil Holding to put the ball into the scrum. Both sets of forwards finding it difficult to pack down, so what's new in rugby league? The Saints lose that one. Ball out on the Wigan side. Well, we have one of those unfortunate incidents here. Neil Holding pointing, looks rather aggrieved. And I think, knowing Neil, he's got a case to answer for. Certainly a scuffle there. He's showing some sort of marks to the referee and the linesman. Very controversial incident. Referee Allett tells him he's the boss. Neil Holding looking aggrieved. Sean Edwards kicks backwards to give his forwards some momentum. Referee Allett not exactly watching the play. Graham West drives at the Saints line. Allett once again pushing the Saints defensive line back. Good way. Hanley, he's the danger man. Saints tacklers do their job. Stevenson, Roberts, crash to the turf there. Jarvis doing his job. Edwards. Well, that's the first Wigan try. The gap was there. They've had such a lot of pressure. There are screams below me for a forward pass. Well, it's still 4 points to Wigan. The referee's the man in charge. Well, Ron, what do you think about that one?
Well, Alex, as you said, 25 minutes gone. Wigan go into a 4-point lead at present. Good way, full of running. Come running up well, as you said, they're linking up. He run from deep. If that wasn't a forward pass, I'll eat my hat. But anyway, what can you expect of Allett? As I say, 4 points to 0 in the lead. Wigan after 25 minutes. Henderson Gill lining up for this kick. Trying to make it 6 points. Been a good game so far. Yes, Henderson Gill punches it over. Wigan now 6-0 in the lead.
Well, Wigan get the crucial first try. Good work by Andy Goodway. They've had a lot of pressure, they've had a lot of possession. St Helens trying to make the most of odd forays into the Wigan half. Andy Platt trying to bounce his opponent to the turf. Allett pointing rather aimlessly, one feels. Dermott inside to Brian Case. Arkwright squirts the ball out. Paul Forber. Roy Haggerty. Can he offload? No, the tackles come in. Chance for Saints to get these points back. They've got to do it as quickly as they can. Paul Forber finds his way barred. What can the Saints do now? Chris Arkwright. Chris Arkwright runs straight. Makes the ball available for Big Jarvis. Like a stampeding rhino. But unfortunately, gives the ball away. That's another chance gone for the Saints. Referee Allett gives the knock-on. Once again, another chance for Saints possession. This Saints team under tremendous pressure. Neil Holding. Holding to Clark. The pass wasn't particularly good. Beavers joins the line. There's a gap a mile wide. There is a gap a mile wide. Well, I was going to say over half this crowd erupts. Well, a third of this crowd erupts. Including Ron Hoof next to me. Well, Ron, superb score for the Saints.
Brilliant try, Alex. Brilliant rugby, as we're used to so far this season. As I say, we've played 7 games so far. I know Carlisle didn't score, but we've given various other teams the lead, 6-point lead, Halifax, Leeds, etc. And we've come back in storming style. Great play down here. Arkwright manages to take the ball out. Well, Wigan had possession. The ball came out. We was very unlucky there. Pat Jarvis going through, and but the ball went to ground. We won the scrum, one of the few scrums we've won, and managed to make it count. Phil Weaver's up in the line out, and we managed to get a try. Unfortunately, Loughlin couldn't convert.
Yes, and these are crucial kicks. There's no danger about that. Wigan still have the vital 2-point margin. I was going to say Paul Loughlin must be kicking himself. Not an appropriate statement. There's plenty of time left, however. Steve Halliwell now for the Saints. Halliwell! Forceful run. Saints take it wide where they are dangerous. That's bucked the Saints' spirits up. Big Arkwright. Big Arkwright straightens up, tries to make the ball available. Dave Harrison. Harrison to Clark. Clark offloads to Neil Holding. Wigan tackles in thick and fast, preventing the overlap. Neil Holding, can he offload? Andy Platt. Ball still available, went backwards. Kevin McCormick. Making the most of a bad job there, Kevin. Dave Harrison. Big Jarvis. And we have the first handover of the game. Number 12, Potter. Paul Forber. Roy Haggerty wonders what's hitting there, I think. Sean Edwards. The danger man, Hanley. Hanley passes. Running sideways. Good news for the Saints. Edwards finds touch. Perhaps his best position, Sean Edwards, scrum half. Referee Allett will no doubt get away from there as quickly as possible in 1 or 2 seconds' time. Neil Holding, there's a gap. Bill Beavers. Ball has gone backwards. Steve Halliwell. Steve Halliwell. This is more like it from the Saints. Bit of verve, a bit of enthusiasm. Jarvis again being used as an Australian battering ram. Dave Harrison, the ever faithful acting half-back. Harrison, Clark, Platt. Platt. Unlucky Andy Platt there. Just ran out of numbers. McCormick, bit of bunching here from the Saints. Arkwright takes them on. He's the danger man. Still going, Chris Arkwright. Well, there are certainly some encouraging signs for the Saints and their supporters here. Paul Forber. Once again, this tendency to run slightly to one side. Roy Haggerty regains possession. Absolutely tremendous. Is there no end to this man's talents? Neil Holding offloads. Andy Platt. I don't think Andy realised he was in so much space there. In the the end, the ball goes to ground, Ron. Encouraging signs for the Saints so far.
Yes, we're putting it together now, Alex, really making it count. Saints, no problem at all. Unlucky there, Andy Platt, hurrying through. Much as I don't like to say it, he did knock on, but anyway. Penalty to Wigan.
Thank you, Ron. Well, Saints have weathered this this early Wigan storm. One or two of these Wigan forwards could well run out of steam. The Saints have a young, a vigorous pack. I think that this and Helens pack are going to be the match winners tonight. Graham West gets Wigan over the halfway line. Referee Allerton like a scalded cat. Wigan take it right. Suspicion of a forward pass. Roberts keeps the ball alive. Sean Edwards snaffled comprehensively by Andy Platt and Roy Haggerty. Dean Bell. Okay, so for whom the bell tolls there. Hanley offloads. Good Saints tackling. Any ball that doesn't get to Henderson Gill is good play from the Saints. The penalty to Saints this time. Paul Laughlin to gain valuable yardage. Saints trying to get themselves keyed up. Jarvis again. By gum. But once again, they play the ball untidy. Neil Holding, Paul Forber running straight. Hallett pointing, we're not penalising. Chris Arkwright and Brett Clark. Dave Harrison on the floor. Roy Haggerty tries to force his way through. Successful tackle by Joe Lydon. Clark, Forber. Saints have an overlap here. Must try and get this ball wide, Saints, at every opportunity. Vivers, Brett Clark again, the playmaker. Andy Platt, no way through. Chris Arkwright looking to offload Brett Clark. Brett Clark kicks ahead. Loses out in the race for the line. Claims obstruction there with more than a little justification. Meanwhile, Dave Harrison is still receiving treatment. If he's hurt, well, never shams anything. Paul Laughlin reaches the first line of Wigan defenders. Dave Harrison back in the fray. Big Jarvis driving forward. Referee Allett waves them back now. Neil Holding. Chris Arkwright, to my mind, the big danger man for the Saints tonight. Andy Platt acting half-back. Works the run around with Clark. Neil Holding is under the sticks. What a superb try from Neil Holding. Well, the gaps are certainly there. Saints can beat Wigan tonight by speed and more speed. Ron Huth.
Brilliant Saints. Saints at their best. Holding scoots over just to the right of the post. Saw the gap, there was nobody going to stop him. Brilliant play by Saints near the line. Putting Wigan under pressure for one of the rare times that we have put them under pressure on their own line. Apart from when we scored with Paul Laughlin. This Jarvis, he's playing well. All they've got to do is follow him. Follow this Jarvis as well. He's looking to unload the ball every time he bursts through. Arkwright, incredible. Platt, you name it, we're hammering him in the forwards. Saints are really taking him on. Anyway, Paul Loughlin converts this holding try. 10 points to 6 now. Saints in the lead. 2 minutes to go before half-time.
And, surprise, surprise, we have a floodlight failure. Blown a fuse. Well, no coincidence there, Ron, with the Saints score.
Yes, I think this is Wigan tactics. They must want to abandon it already. We've certainly given them some hammer anyway. Perhaps they're short of a 50p for light.
Well, we have a situation like Test Match Special now. What on earth do you do when the rain pours down? What on earth do you do when the floodlights fail? Well, we'll talk amongst ourselves. It's an absolutely huge crowd. If it was left to the crowd, they'd say play on with only one pylon working. Having said that, Ron, I can remember a similar situation not too long ago here at Central Park with the floodlights, only before the kick-off. Can you?
No, I can't actually, Alex. I can't remember. I remember I know we went to Castleford one evening match and players was on the field and they hadn't even put the lights on.
By the way, Ron, are you any good with electrics? Well, this must be most disconcerting for the players. Of course, we've had this late start. Anybody got a fuse? 13 amp? No.
I think this is a tactical ply, then we won't see Hanley and Gill when they're going through.
Now, Ron. After that slight interlude, we were saying that this has been such a highly charged atmosphere. The referee, in his wisdom, has decided to play out the remaining virtual minute and a half of the first half, and then we'll change it around and start all over again. Ron Hoop complaining, saying Saints were attacking the Wigan line, but one can't argue. Can't hold a candle to this referee tonight. Well, we've all the time in the world. The Wigan centre, Stevenson. Obviously making sure his kick stays in play and goes deep, which it does. No mistakes now. Halliwell dummies to Beavers. Drives forward. The crowd remarkably silent. Mind you, Saints have done a lot towards that silence. And I would think that the Saints forwards will do their utmost to try and drive their way out of their own 25. Paul forward, driven back. Dave Harrison. Here's the overlap. Halliwell desperately looking for support there. Neil Holding. Clark, the link man. Jarvis. Dave Harrison. Bill Beavers had to leave it. Once again, Saints find themselves in a bit of trouble. Hanley offloads to Dermot. Well, we ever wanted another lights failure? It's now. Hanley offloads to Edwards. Comes to naught. Edwards works the blind side. There's nobody there. Ball goes backwards. Play on. Edwards. He loses the ball. Good news for Saints fans, that. Paul forward again, trying to clear his lines. Very gutsy performance from Paul this evening. Chris Arkwright. And the Saints successfully, with one or two flutters, play out that first half. And thankfully, as far as Ron Hoof and myself are concerned, retain the lead. All we'll do now is simply turn around and have another 40 pulsating minutes. I shall now hand over to Ron Hoof for the second half, we hope in its entirety.
Thank you, Alex. Yes, Saints in a lead, 10 points to 6. After brilliant first half tries from Paul Loughlin and Neil Holding with one Loughlin conversion. As I say, we've just played the remaining 1 minute and 50 seconds of this first half. Turn round immediately to resume the second half. Bit of a rare occasion, but it's just one of those things. Anyway, we're going to kick off, kick it deep down to Paul Loughlin. Paul Loughlin drives to the 25-yard line. Hallett pointing to the Wigan players to keep on side. Dave Allison, acting halfback, drives forward. Paul Loughlin now, acting halfback, going to take it blind side, over to Andy Platt. Andy Platt running hard, to break to Roy Haggerty. Roy Haggerty juggles with the ball, fends one up, Haggerty going forward. Brilliant 50 yards run there by Roy Haggerty. Wigan players lying on him, but eventually gets up. Out to Barry Ledger, takes it left to Dave Harrison. Out to Chris Arkwright, along the line. Brett Clark sees the grab. Clark couldn't get through it. Well bundled down by Ellery Hanley. Neil Holding now, acting halfback. Saints on the attack, taking it left. Over to Jarvis. Out to Paul Farber. Paul Farber running hard. Having a good game tonight, this Farber. Gets the ball out to Jarvis. To Neil Holding. Long pass out to Arkwright. To Andy Platt, short ball to Platt, out to Chris Arkwright, looking to get it shut again, but the Wigan tackler bundles him down. Saints in possession, Jarvis, tactical kick for touch. Saints putting Wigan under a lot of pressure so far this half. First scrum of the second half here now. Neil Holding to feed. Ball goes in, one against the head, out to Wigan side. Wigan taking it away, Hanley, over to Hampson, linking up well, driving to the halfway line, just brought down short of the halfway line. Referee penalises Saints for obstruction there. Steve Halliwell alleged to have obstructed a Wigan player in his passage through to assist Hampson. Joe Lydon kicks for touch. Finds touch just short of the 25-yard line. Wigan in possession now, Wigan on the attack. Edwards acting halfback, Wigan lying deep. West running up, well, sort of running up. Brought down on the 25-yard line. Edwards acting halfback, brings it left. Wigan looking for the run around. Knock on there, Brian Case knocks on. As I say, Edwards gets the ball out to Goodway, he didn't know what to do with it. Throws the ball out and Brian Case knocks on. Scrum down, Neil Holding to feed. Ball out, Wigan side again. Wigan in possession, driving to the 25-yard line. Saints tackling have to be hold up. Big Ian Roberts drives forward. Australian lad this Roberts, I believe Wigan have only signed him today. Anyway, Wigan in possession, bringing it across. Hanley linking up, jinking forward. Good run by Hanley, siding through the Saints tattlers. Typical Hanley trademark. Anyway, Wigan on the attack, out to Goodway. Takes it, tries to get inside. Bundle down, Paul Loughlin takes his legs, out to Joe Lydon. Sort of up and under, but goes back to fielded by Stevenson. Gets the ball out to Lydon again, he tries again. Same again, the losing ground, Wigan. Gets his own ball bounces loose. Wigan player retrieves it, referee wipes him off. Gill looking for action, comes over. Well taken by Paul Loughlin. Referee penalises Saints for offside. Must be 5 yards at the play of the ball and a penalty kick for Wigan. Nearly 4 minutes gone of the second half and a penalty goal attempt for Henderson Gill. Well, Alex, just weighing each other up this second half so far?
Yes, they're on there. More like comic cuts, those two Wigan up and unders. It's a vital kick for Henderson Gill. Has to replace the ball. This game could well be won on goal kicks tonight. It could well be that close. Henderson Gill once again lining this penalty kick up. And it's there. That's pegged back this Saints lead. Excellent kick by Gill.
Yes, good kick by Gill. Must have found his form now. 10 points to 8. Saints winning. 4 minutes gone of this second half. Neil Holding lining up to restart. And away we go. Deep kick by Neil Holding. Going to be taken by Joe Lydon. Kicks it back to us. Phil Vivers. On his own, stranded on his own. Had me at a loss then. Waiting for Saints players to come back. It wouldn't go forward because the Wigan players would have been encroaching on the 5 yards. Anyway, Chris Arkwright coming away with it. Just brought down on the halfway line. Dave Harrison acting halfback. Going to bring it blindside to Roy Haggerty. Iron Man Haggerty drives through. Takes 3 Wigan tattlers with him. Dave Harrison again acting halfback. Takes it left. Brett Clark. Andy Platt. Andy Platt looking for the gap. Looking for the runners. Gets his ball out to Paul Farber. Paul Farber driving forward. Long lofted pass out to Kevin McCormick. But he's brought down into touch. Midway between the halfway and 25-yard line. Wigan half. Saints still in the lead, 10 points to 8. Saints substitute coming on now. Chris Arkwright coming off and Paul Round going on. We can only surmise that Chris Arkwright has had a knock, as he's one of our chief playmakers. Anyway, scrum down, Edwards to feed. Ball comes out Wigan side. Referee not happy with that. Pack down again. Edwards to feed again. Ball comes out Saints side. One against the head. Out to Kevin McCormick coming inside. Phil Vivers in the line. Out to Steve Halliwell. Driving through Steve Halliwell. Still going. Out to Paul Loughlin. Over to Barry Ledger. Ball goes to ground. Ball goes into touch. 25 yards from Wigan try line. Good bit of Saints attack from one side of the field to the other. Unfortunately, the final pass to Barry Ledger going to touch. Free kick to Wigan now. Dave Harrison loose arm in the scrum. Wigan kick for touch. Just short of the halfway line. Edwards. No, he gives it back to Dermot. Dermot now, acting halfback. Feeds on to Edwards. Gill coming looking for action. Well dumped down. Pat Jarvis and replacement Paul Round. Dermot acting halfback. Taking it right to Case. Case on a run. No way through for these Wigan forwards at present. Saints tattling, doing a tremendous job today. As they'll have to. Tattle anything above grass today. Out to Hanley. Out to Goodway. Driving forward Goodway. Feeds on to Dean Bell. Wigan in possession. Driving forward now. Made 25 yards. Coming over to Edwards. To Hanley. Hanley looking for a way through. Plenty of attention. Plenty of Saints attention there. Bundle him down so he doesn't get too far. Dermot again. Brings it over to Edwards. Feeds out to West. On to Roberts. As I say, Saints tattling up to this. The last of the 6 tattles now. Edwards. So Joe Lydon kicks downfield. Finds touch. Sees the gap. Finds touch. 5 yards from Saints line. The ball just beat Phil Vivers there. As I say, tremendous crowd here at Central Park tonight. Neil Holding to feed the scrum. Ball comes out Wigan side. Sean Edwards. Well tackled there. Wigan in possession. Out to Roberts. Hanley in support. Roberts sells a dummy. No way through. Brought down 2 or 3 yards short of Saints' line. Wigan on attack now. Dermot attacked in half-back. Wigan lying deep. Long ball out. Out to Goodway in the end. Goodway brought down. Quick play the ball out to Gill, I think. No, I beg your pardon, Hanley. So Wigan in possession, bringing it left. Run round. It must have been obstruction there. Yes, the referee's seen it. Blatant obstruction there. And shabby play there by Wigan. Anyway, results in a penalty kick for Saints. First penalty kick of this second half in Saints' favour. Gives both teams just time to have a little breather. As I say, 10 minutes gone now, the second half. Saints leading 10 points to 8. Paul Loughlin kicks for touch. Finds touch just short of the halfway line. Dave Harrison now. Going to play this ball. Feeds on to Pat Jarvis. Pat Jarvis drives forwards. Takes 2 and 3 men with him. Brian Case goes in with a short arm there. Referee's on the job but doesn't see it. Anyway, free kick to Saints. Pushing the player off at the play of the ball. I think we've got him under a bit of pressure now. Anyway, Paul Loughlin coming up to take this penalty kick. Fans touch midway between the half and the 25-yard line. Saints on the attack now. Dave Harrison. Paul Farber running hard. Drives over the 25-yard line, Farber. Bundled down by some good Wigan tackling. Bundle him a bit further back. Dave Harrison now acting half-back. Takes it right to Jarvis. Both teams tackling tremendously. Real good cup tie atmosphere. Out to Andy Platt, round to Neil Holding. Neil Holding sees the gap, scoots through the gap. Neil Holding, only the full back to me. Yes, brilliant Holding. And he hands over to the left of the post. Brilliant individual try there by Holding. Sees the gap, scoots through. Sidesteps the full back as if he wasn't there and over to the left of the post. Well, Saints further in the lead, Alex. Brilliant try there by Neil Holding.
Yes, thank you, Ron. Don't, for God's sake, blow a fuse. What a brilliant individual try from Neil Holding. He's looked dangerous every time he's had the ball in half a gap. He kept going, his speed, his acceleration. The Wigan defence had no answer to it whatsoever. Can I just mention, a few moments before, a tremendous tackle by Brett Clark on Ellery Hanley, which really took the wind out of his sails. Loughlin successfully converts, but also no Chris Arkwright on the field. Saints losing a playmaker on.
Yes, as I say, he must have had a knock at Arkwright because he wouldn't come off for nothing. Anyway, Saints go further into the lead, 16 points to 8. Brilliant try there by Holding. Wigan on the rack. Joe Lydon to restart. 12 minutes gone to this second half. 16 points to 8 for Saints. Ball kick deep. Roy Agate comes to stop it. Slides through his legs. The ball goes dead. Restart from under the sticks. Going to be a drop out. This will be in Wigan's favour there, where Saints should have had the ball, but just one of those things. Neil Holding now to drop out. Takes it deep over here to Joe Lydon. Ball comes back to Henderson Gill. Henderson Gill drives forward. Dangerous character, this Gill. Real character he is as well. Anyway, but bundled to ground by Pat Jarvis. Make no mistake. Referee telling him to play the ball. Anyway, feeds on to Roberts. Wigan driving forward. Just get inside Saints 25. Dermot acting half-back. Takes it right to Edwards. Round the loop to Hanley. Short ball to Goodway. Brilliant tackle there. Paul Farber, I think. No, Halliwell, Steve Halliwell. Brilliant tackle. The ball shoots up. Referee rules that Halliwell held him down, wouldn't let him get up to play the ball. I think, personally, that's a wrong decision, Alex. What's your views on that?
You know, I'm not biased, Ron. Absolutely ridiculous. And I'm objective. Absolutely ridiculous.
Anyway, Henderson Gill lines up for this penalty conversion. There's a tremendous cup tie tonight, one that would have graced the final. But you've got to knock the best out on the way, and we're going to be knocked out tonight, hopefully. Henderson Gill lines up tonight. And converts the penalty. 14 points gone in this second half. That Gill penalty brings it up to 16 points to 10 in Saints' favour. Unfortunately, though, with Wigan kicking off, the ball going dead, slipped through Roy Haggerty's legs, resulting play, and Wigan getting a penalty under some dubious circumstances, and they get another 2 points. Anyway, Saints kick off, Wigan in possession, Wigan driving forwards. Feeds on to Brian Case. Brian Case driving through, Saints tackling tremendous tonight. Andy Platt, Jarvis and Harrison in at the tattle. Out to Henry Hanley. Hampson in the line-up. Referee gets Paul Round out for something he must have seen in the tattle there. Oh, I beg your pardon, it wasn't Hampson in the line-up, it was Dean Bell coming in for work. Anyway, another penalty kick to Wigan. Joe Lydon to kick for touch. Finds touch halfway line. Dermot to Sean Edwards. Sean Edwards to play the ball. Out to Case. Round to Edwards again. Feeds on to Potter. Potter driving forward. Just manages to get inside Saints' half. Dermot again. Acting halfback. On to West. First time we've seen West, I think, this second half. I think he's been having a sleep. Anyway, he's lost the ball. Out Farber picks up. Feeds out to Haggerty. Saints in possession. 6 tackles now to gain a bit of ground. Out to Harrison. Left to Farber. Rampant tonight, Farber, really hungry for work. Must be feeding him on raw meat this week. Anyway, Harrison acting halfback, taking it right to Brett Clark. Out to Jarvis. Jarvis pushes 2 off, unloads the ball. Clark picks up. Out to Phil Vevers in the line-up. Brilliant pass to Paul Loughlin. Steps inside, but the Wigan tattles up to it. Dermot and Joe Lydon. Phil Vevers, acting halfback, takes it left to Brett Clark. Out to Neil Holding. Short ball to Paul Round. Tries to unload Round, but some good Wigan tackling in there. That's it. No place for faint hearts tonight, as they say. Neil Holding feeds on to Andy Platt. Last tackle now. Jarvis there. Is it? Or is that Roy Haggerty? Down. Anyway, Saints, last tackle to Brett Clark. Siding kick through from Clark, but Henderson Gill well positioned. Picks the ball up. Doesn't get past Clark. Gets him down. Wigan fumbling the ball there. Referee ruling it come off his knee. First time I've seen a knee with fingers. Anyway, on to Roberts, on to West. Wigan in possession now. Dermot acting halfback. Takes it right to Edwards. Feeds on to Hanley. Good way coming, steaming through. Overruns Hanley. Hanley pushes the tattlers off and he's still going. Finally bundled down. Jarvis, Round and Roy Haggerty. Stevenson now, acting halfback. Got to take it right. To Brian Case. Case has lost the ball. We can kick it forward now. Going to be no problem here. Paul Loughlin picks up. Ball curling away from him. Drives away Loughlin. Stretches his legs into Wigan half. Finally bundled down by Case and Potter. Saints now bring it away. Neil Holding changes direction to Andy Platt. Looking for the gap, Andy Platt. Finally breaks through. Oh, inside pass meant for Steve Halliwell, and Stevens was there. Glue on his fingers and takes the ball. Wigan in possession now. On to Hanley. Bringing it left, Wigan. Dean Bell, I think, looking for work. Saints tattlers see that he doesn't go any farther. Dermot now, acting halfback. Takes it left to Sean Edwards. Over to Roberts, this big forward Roberts. Wigan keep the ball alive. Out to Edwards. Finally bundled down. Dermot, as ever, acting halfback. Taking it right to Hanley. He'll be looking for the way through. Sees the gap, but brought down. Finally feeds onto Case. Ball still going. Edwards finally scooped up by Hampson. Hampson now bundled down. Wigan gaining no ground whatsoever there. Dermot, as I say, as ever, acting half-back. Wigan kick downfield and fine touch. 15 yards short of Saints' line. Relieves a bit of pressure for Wigan there. 20 minutes gone of this second half. Saints still 16 points to 10 in the lead. Tries by Loughlin, holding 2. And a Loughlin goal. I beg your pardon, 2 Loughlin goals. Anyway, the scrum goes down. The referee penalises Saints. Wigan making a substitution now. Rob Lowe coming back on for Graham West. Wigan play the ball. Case driving forward. Wigan on the attack now, putting pressure on Saints' line. Wigan looking hungry, looking for runners. Hanley steaming up. It's brilliant Saints tackling there. Plan move there by Wigan. Saints are up to it. Wigan still on the attack. 2 tackles gone, out to Roberts. Roberts looking to unload. Finally does so, but Saints scoop the ball up. Phil Vivers sees the danger, scoops up the ball. Saints in possession, bringing it away from their own line. Paul Round, acting half-back, driving forward on his own. Paul Round. Harrison now, bringing it away, out to Haggerty. Haggerty the runner, comes sideways, pushes Edwards off, looking to unload. Unfortunately, nobody up with him. Dave Harrison now. At the play the ball, brings it inside. To Paul Loughlin, manages to get it out to Paul Loughlin now. Paul Loughlin driving forward. Neil Holding, acting half-back, over to Brett Clark. Andy Platt running hard. Saints driving forward. Last tackle now. Paul Round, acting half-back. Takes it back to Neil Holding. Neil Holding kicks upfield with plenty of Wigan pressure on him. Ball taken by Dean Bell. Dean Bell comes cross-field. Ball round, goes to tackle him, just misses out, but Roy Haggerty makes no mistake. Anderson Gill acting half-back. Going to go on his own, looking for the gap through Gill. Elusive fella this Gill. Brings the Wigan crowd alight. Hanley, acting half-back, takes it right, on to Roberts. Wigan driving forward. Sean Edwards now. Takes it right, Brian Case. Loses the ball again, Case. I think they should give it him more often. Every time he's had it this half, he's lost it. Anyway, Saints in possession. Over to Paul Farber. Diagonal run Farber. Driving towards the halfway line. Saints out to Paul Round. Pat Jarvis. Takes 2 and 3 Wigan tattlers with him. Neil Holding now, acting halfback. Inside, Andy Platt. Referee Allott wanting Wigan to get back for the offside at the play the ball. On to Roy Haggerty. Little chip through attempt by Haggerty. Foiled by Wigan. Out to Goodway. Goodway driving forward. Hanley in support on his right, but he couldn't get the ball out. Brett Clark brought him down. Hanley now, acting halfback, takes the ball, plays it to himself, and away he goes, but no way through for Hanley. Well taken by these Saints tattlers. Wigan in possession. Edwards over to Lowe. Joe Larden. Lowe plays it to himself. No way through for this Lowe. Wigan now. Take it right. Edwards. Hooker Dermot comes round. Long pass out to Bell. Ball comes back. Fumbles the ball, but it comes back. Wigan finally brought down. They're gaining no ground at all. The last tackle now. Out to Joe Larden. Takes it back to Edwards. Going to be an up and under here. Deep kick there. Neil Holding Phil Vevers takes it. Looked as though it was for Neil Holding, but Phil Vevers takes it. Make no mistake with this Vevers. He doesn't miss so many. Out to Paul Farber. Saints driving away. Saints in possession now. Going to have to clear the line. Out to Pat Jarvis. Pat Jarvis driving forward. Dave Harrison now, acting half-back. Taking it right. Over to Andy Platt. Great tackling today, both sides. Saints taking it left. Over to Neil Holding. Short ball to Paul Farber. Short ball again to Steve Halliwell. As I said, tackling tremendous tonight. Last tackle now. Saints pegged down in their own 25-yard area. Ball back to Paul Loughlin. Kicks upfield. Hampson well positioned. Feeds on to Dean Bell. Is it Stevenson? No, Stevenson drives forward. Super tackle there by Paul Round. Out to Lowe. Lowe coming away. Edwards looking for the way through. Haggerty had him by his shirt collar. No way through for this Edwards. Henderson Gale acting halfback, looking for his own bit of magic. Dummies through. Loses the ball. Scooped up by Dermot. Ball goes out to Wigan's side. Out to Goodway. Wigan driving forward. Loose ball again from Wigan. Always somebody there to take this ball. Out to Hanley. Hanley. Ball goes loose. Manages to push it back. Wigan still in possession. Saints, tremendous tackling there. Forcing them back, right, left and centre. Brian Case driving forward now. Dermot, the acting half-back, goes through, takes to play the ball and scores to the right of the post. Good little bit of quick thinking there by Dermot, and it pays off. 25 minutes gone of the second half, and a try for Wigan.
Yes, Hooker Dermot. Saints really falling for the old card trick there from acting halfback. Just when it seemed that the Wigan attack was totally devoid of ideas. Up pops Martin Dermot, acting halfback, goes by himself, and we've got a game on our hands now. Most disappointing that for the Saints. They were tackling like demons. The ball was popping out all over the place. Ellery Hanley has been kept quiet. All of a sudden, out of the blue, they're back in this game with a vengeance. Henderson Gill with what amounts to the most vital kick of the game. And no prizes for guessing what's happened. 16 apiece, and the Wigan crowd have woken up.
No need to tell you that he scored that by the crowd noise here. As you say, all square, 16 points apiece. Been some good individual tries tonight. 2 brilliant tries by Holding. That was a good try by Dermot. Quick thinking at the play of the ball resulted in a try. Anyway, 16 points apiece. Neil Holding to restart. Kicks it deep. Straight to Sean Edwards. Dean Bell coming forward. Brought down by some ferocious Saints tackling. Wigan with the tails up now. Dermot again, drives through, just brought down, short of the halfway line. Wigan bringing it left. Sean Edwards over to Roberts. Brilliant rugby today. Real derby game. Anyway, Henderson Gale, acting Harper. Gonna go on his own, Henderson Gale. Gets the ball out to Lowe, driving forward. Comes sideways. Well bundled into touch by Paul Loughlin and Paul Round. Should have made more of that, Wigan. Possession in the centre of the field, but he brought it over to the left-hand touch line and was bundled into touch. Scrum down now. Neil Holding to feed. Dermot with a loose arm already, but blindside of the referee. Neil Holding to feed this scrum. Ball out Saints side. Holding round the blind side. Brilliant Holding. Sees the gap. Surges through. Brought down by Gill and Edwards. Saints on the attack. Barry Ledger acting up. Over to Platty. Ball round. Running hard. Out to Brett Clark. Brett Clark coming this way to Roy Haggerty. Roy Haggerty will take him on. Looking for support. Saints in Wigan 25-yard line now. Out to Dave Harrison. Over to Paul Farber. Saints just managed to scrape into Wigan's 25-yard line. Neil Holding again. Takes the ball. Acting half-back. Drives forward. 15 yards from Wigan line now. Saints on the attack. Dave Harrison, acting half-back. Tries to go on his own. Wigan are up to him. Last tackle now. And we're going to have a drop goal attempt. Phil Weaver's lying deep. Out to Barry Ledger. Barry Ledger tries a drop goal. Goes to the left of the posts. Well, nothing wrong with that. You're down there at their end. Try and get something over for it. What do you say, Alex? Well worth a go.
Well, they've got to try and get the lead back now, Saints. Once again, a scintillating break from Neil Holding. He's playing to his strengths tonight. There's no danger about that whatsoever.
Thank you, Alex. Well, ever since Brett Clark come, we brought the best out of Neil Holding. Anyway, Wigan in possession. Hanley on the attack. Bundle down, 10 yards short of the halfway line. Low acting halfback. When Hanley finally gets up, Low acting halfback. Takes it on his own, looking for the way through. Brilliant tackle by Paul round there. Shoulder in and dumps him down. Saints tackling been tremendous tonight. Well, both teams tackling been tremendous. Edwards onto Roberts there, forward pass, but nothing comes of it. Anyway, Potter in possession now, finally brought down by Jarvis and Paul Farber. Wigan in possession. Dermott takes it over to Low. Low onto Dean Bell. Dean Bell hurrying down the wing. Kicks through, chips through. Neil Holding's underneath it. Ball comes back. Ball kicked through. Barry Ledger drops on the ball. Saints in possession. A loose ball there, an awkward bouncing ball. Barry Ledger goes down on it with Potter and Hanley in at the tackle. The man was already on the floor, but they had to fall on him. And unfortunately, Ledger has sustained a knock in that tackle.
I think anyone would run. Alex should have given the penalty there, and he knows it.
Half an hour gone now of the second half. All square, 16 points apiece. Everything to play for. Saints in possession, 5 yards from their own line. After a kick through there from Dean Bell from over on the right wing. Anyway, Barry Ledger still receiving a little treatment. What a tremendous game tonight. Different from last season's game in the semi-final stage of the Lancashire Cup, where Wigan well beat us, 30 points to 2. Saints now restart. Saints in possession, right in front of their own sticks. Saints taking it left. Trying to clear the line. Wigan, tremendous tackling, tremendous Wigan tackling. Referee will have to keep these onside. Anyway, Neil Holding tries to scurry through. But as I say, no way through for him. Brett Clark, acting halfback. To Loughlin. Loughlin kicks deep upfield. Paul Hampson well positioned. Hampson driving forward. Andy Platt up to him. Andy Platt just catches him. Loughlin completes the tackle. Wigan in possession, taking it right. Over to Joe Lydon. Dermott acting halfback. Dermott takes it right. Andy Goodway takes attempt at drop goal. Ball goes wide. Referee right on the job. The ball goes wide. Well worth a go, as we said before. When Barry Ledger attempted a drop goal at the other end. It's essential to get the lead at this time. I think the next score is going to be crucial. Next score could be the winner. Saints come away. 25 yard, play the ball. Pat Jarvis in possession. Being brought back by some good Wigan tackling. Dave Harrison acting halfback. Taking it right to Neil Holding. Saints just being forced back for the present. Neil Holding, acting halfback, taking it left. Andy Platt, looking for the space. No prisoners taken tonight. Brett Clark, going to be acting halfback this time. Takes it right. Neil Holding tries to chip through. Ball dumped down. Ellery Hanley retrieves. Wigan go over for a try at the right-hand side of the post. Well, Neil Holding tried to chip over there to relieved the pressure. Unfortunately, the ball was charged down. Ellery Hanley picked up and Wigan go into the lead.
Well, no comment necessary about that. That, as the Americans say, is the game breaker. Wigan handed the game on a plate. They're celebrating, but by the heck, it had to be on a plate for them. That could well be game, set and match. Having said that, the Wigan tackles were coming back to the 2s and 3s and even 4s. Gill with the conversion. And he pops it over. Once again, Lady Luck has deserted Saints just when they need it most.
Well, Saints with it all to do now. 22 points to 16 behind now. Henderson Gill converting that Hanley try. 6 minutes to go now. As we say, Saints with it all to do. Neil Holding kicks off. Wigan gather the ball. Brought down by some good tackling by Steve Halliwell and Kevin McCormick. Wigan coming away with it now. Saints have to keep them up for this 6 tackles, peg them in their own half, and then hope to get the resulting ball. Roberts driving forward, brought down, manages to get up. He's brought down by Roy Haggerty, but he clambers to his feet. Wigan now bring it away. Ellery Hanley in possession at the acting halfback, tries to go on his own, but he's no way through for him. Dermott, acting halfback now. Looks as though Ellery Hanley's got a bit of a knock. Anyway, Dermott takes it over to Edwards. Edwards, chip kick through. Finds touch. Unfortunately there, Kevin McCormick couldn't stop him. Finds touch just inside Saints' half. 10 yards inside Saints' half. Scrum down now, 10 yards just inside Saints' half. Neil Holding to feed. It's essential that we get this scrum. We're going to mopped up in the scrums so far this game. Anyway, Neil Holding to feed. Ball out Saints' side. Holding feeds on to Kevin McCormick. Coming across field, Kevin McCormick. As I said, the Wigan tackling has been tremendous tonight. Saints coming forward. Phil Beaver's in the lineup. Paul Round. Brought down by Ian Potter as Lowe tries to come over the top. Neil Holding now, acting halfback. Feeds on to Jarvis. Big Pat Jarvis driving forward. 3-4 Wigan tattlers in at each tattle. Out to Brett Kenny. Out to Andy Platt. Coming right side here. Andy Platt unceremoniously bundled down. Saints. Neil Holding acting halfback. On to Paul Farber. Paul Farber fends 2 off and drives forward. Dave Harrison now, acting halfback. Last tattle now for Saints. Harrison brings it right to Brett Clark. Little chip through by Brett Clark. Brilliantly fielded by Brett Clark. Gathers his kick. Still going. Looking for the way through Brett Clark. Just can't release the ball. Finally does throw. Unfortunately, it's retrieved by a Wigan player. But he's forced back. Wigan are forced back onto their own 25-yard line. Ellery Hanley now, acting halfback. Trying to bring it away on his own. Does go on his own, Ellery Hanley, but doesn't get past the first tattle. Wigan in possession now. Wigan bringing it away. Some super Saints tackling here. 3 minutes left of this game. Saints with it all to do, unfortunately, as we say. Wigan up to Roberts. Roberts driving forward. Tries to unload. Can't get the ball out. Finally brought to ground. Roberts finally climbs to his feet. Wigan feed onto Case. Case driving forward. Approaching the halfway line. Just brought down short of the halfway line. Last tackle now for Wigan. Dermott takes it deep. Saints penalised for offside at the play of the ball. I beg your pardon. Wigan penalised. Wigan penalised there for offside at the play of the ball. I get you that used to Alec penalising Saints. I was just lost for a minute there. Saints anyway, the resulting kick for touch. 25 yards from Wigan line. Dave Harrison, on to Neil Oldie, on to Pat Jarvis. Have to fend him off, Jarvis. Stick hold of this ball. He's lost the ball in the tattle. Wigan in possession on their own 25-yard line now. As I said, 2 minutes to go. Out to Henderson Gill. Have to peg these Wigan players back. Henderson Gill running round, running cross field. Brought down, still on the 25-yard line. Hanley acting halfback, taking it away himself, looking for the gap. Still going, Hanley. Approaching Saints halfway line. It's about the third tackle now. Sean Edwards acting halfback. Takes it back. Dean Bell running through. Linking up well today, this Dean Bell. Coming inside, looking for a lot of work. Out to Dermot, acting halfback to Joe Lyden. Kicks through. Scything kick upfield. Finds touch 20 yards from Saints line. Scrum down now, deep in Saints half. Wigan leading 22 points to 16. Neil Olding to feed the scrum. Wigan penalised. Wigan penalised for loose arm. No button in the scrum as he attempts to go down. Saints with a penalty now. Neil Olding kicks for touch. 10 yards short of the halfway line. It's essential now. Saints get up there in Wigan half. Time running out for Saints. Feeds on to Pat Jarvis. But unloads the ball to Dave Harrison. Always looking to throw this ball out, Pat Jarvis. Anyway, Kevin McCormick, acting halfback. Takes it over to Brett Clark. Across to Neil Olding. There'll have to be a bit of brilliance here. Ball out to Andy Platt. Andy Platt driving forward. Side through. Feet. Oh, dear me. Gets the ball round the player, Andy Platt, to unfortunately straight into touch. Kevin McCormick unlucky there. There's the final hooter. Wigan running out winners, 22 points to 16. What a tremendous game. What an upset for Saints after being in the lead for so long. Once after an initial good way try, then running in tries from Paul Loughlin, Neil Olding with a Loughlin goal, resulting in 10 points to 6 half-time. Then Henderson Gill getting a penalty goal, 10 points to 8. Then another brilliant Neil Olding try, 16 points to 8. But Wigan came back again. Dermot getting a try from a quick play of the ball, and then Hanley finishing it off a Neil Olding charge down. Anyway, Wigan running out 22 points to 16 winners, and they will meet Oldham, who are beaten Widnes tonight in the final.